The crowd has assembled in Indianapolis, Indiana, looking for a Pacers win today. And we've got it for you right here on 2K Sports. Along with Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, Kevin Harlan. And joining us tonight, Emmy-nominated writer-producer Bill Simmons. Again, you're in the seat, and again, we're so lucky to have you.
I can't believe Brent Barry's here. How'd you get him?
And told him that you were going to come in.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of sushi. And told him you were going to join us.
Wow. 4 of the greats. I'm so delighted to be here.
Well, it was the Indiana Pacers in their last game, a loss to the Trailblazers in Portland. A real closely contested game. They couldn't come up with a couple of key baskets, and they lost by 3.
Hey, they had their opportunities, but let's face it, they choked from the line. Hard to win that way on the road.
And you cannot afford to do that when you're in an opponent's building. You got to knock down free throws. That cost them.
Here are the starters from Montreal. We've got Booker. Andre Drummond is out there with Wendell Carter. Then it's Porter. And it's the Cobra in a point. Kept alive, Collins. Kicks it out to Schroeder. Takes a 3. Connects from three-point range.
Well, Schroeder likes to drive first. Now establishing the shoot-first confidence. Love watching him rise up immediately after the catch.
And the deal keeping the Pacers in Indianapolis for 25 more years, almost $300 million in public subsidies built to renovate and expand the arena and the area around the arena.
So the public pay for this?
Some of it, a lot of it, but maybe not all.
If the arena was such a good deal, why doesn't the rich guy pay for it?
I think the Pacers are at least kicking in $65 million.
Oh, thank you.
Yes.
That's so nice of them.
Now here's Booker. Wendell Carter unable to get his last shot to go. 6 to shoot. Tries yet again. Here's the Cobra. And he gets it to go, hitting off the back of the rim. The Cobra's got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, right now I don't see any let up, GA. I think he's going to just keep putting his foot on that gas pedal tonight.
Now here's Collins. Now Montreal moving it up. It's stolen by Schroeder. 3-on-3. Here's McCollum. Offensive rebound. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Oh, he's going up for the alley-oop here. And then Carter with the dunk.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. If you're just tuning in, we've played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Knocks it loose. Porter with the steal. Now Montreal moving it up. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And running with a full head of steam, but completely under control.
Yeah, you think he's comfortable at that speed? He's done it so many times before. Just an absolute blur in transition, and that helps get the rhythm going.
So the Pacers call timeout, their first of the game.
And they just can't seem to get going offensively.
Yeah, they're like a 4-day-old soda right now, just flat, Greg. They're missing shots left and right and just not playing their best.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Bill, you study pop culture. The 2K Esports League is a phenomenon right now, which is sweeping the country. Do you think that's going to alter the perception of gaming in any way?
Yeah, I would say it has one of the best chances of any esports league to succeed because people just love basketball. And you can feel it there in the offseason. The shift in basketball content and the fact that it's now a 12-month-a-year sport for us. And now it goes from the playoffs to the draft to where are people going in free agency. And then that plays out for a month, and then something else will happen. All of a sudden it's August.
Summer leagues
yeah,
are
summer
coming
leagues
up.
happening, and then all of a sudden the season's close, and then you just kind of recycle, and it's a 12-month-a-year sport.
Yeah, right. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Bill, I wanted to go back to what you were talking about with the 2K League, and you mentioned how basketball has grown into essentially a 12-month-a-year sport.
For me, a 2K Esports League just makes sense. It fits into that. I think people love the players. I think they care about these athletes, in basketball, so much more in the other sports.
Take a break.
And for me, it's really gratifying because I've loved basketball my whole life. And for a while there, when I grew up as a kid, they would tape delay in the finals. And, you know, it was like the second-tier league. And now to see how popular it is and how much people love it, it's just, I feel like I was in early. I'm sure you do too.
Absolutely. I mean, when Magic Johnson is a rookie and starting at center in Game 6 in Philadelphia, yes.
And it was tape delayed.
And it was tape delayed.
My beloved Boston Celtics won the 1981 title, and it was on tape delay in Boston. And I went to bed, and my dad woke me up to watch the game for me. And it's not even 40 years ago. So I think the other thing that really helps with the 2K Esports League is that these guys play 2K, the actual players.
Yeah, right.
They
care about it.
They care about it. They have an incredible amount of time on their hands because they're too famous and they can't go anywhere. So they're in hotel suites. They're bringing with the PlayStation or Xbox with them. They're playing their friends. They're playing each other online. And this is what they're doing all day.
Here's McCollum. Devin Booker picking up that last basket. 6 on the shot clock. And the Pacers can't get it to go.
Well, he's a guy they count on to produce from the mid-range. He doesn't miss too many open looks from there.
The drive by Schroeder. And he goes strong with the one-handed jam.
Lightning quick first step from Schroeder. And phenomenal at throwing down that one on the drive.
Here's the Cobra. He's guarded by Schroeder. Here's the Cobra. The three-pointer off the mark. Pacers trail by 8. And the foul called on the Cobra. That is his first foul of the game.
I mean, I like the call. I thought the defense was just there a little late.
Schroeder surveying the floor. Pass to McCollum from outside the arc.
Yeah, but you have to like the mentality to get inside, even though they're struggling to finish.
Time for some consideration in the passing category, maybe, Kevin. The shot is just not on. Get somebody else going.
Carter sinks that one from the post. Carter's got his second basket of the night.
It's a solid opening quarter right here. Very active and creating a lot of good opportunities for himself.
Towns, no luck. Montreal leading by 10. From deep, the long distance three is buried. And that's 10 points for the Cobra.
Guys, his consistency in terms of shooting has really helped them seize control.
Schroeder with the ball. He's got 7. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. Now Montreal moving it up.
Caution, flammable.
That is just nasty.
About the athleticism on that finish. Whoa, whoa, whoa. The solo alley-oop? That's not something we see too often.
Timed perfectly. Caught the defense totally off guard. The Cobra's gone 5 of 8 from the field, shooting over 60%. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Kicks it out to McCollum. Clock at 6. And once again off the mark by Indiana.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
To the paint. And then Carter with the dunk.
Offensively, defensively, they are in total control.
Yeah, the other team a bit concerned here. They're trailing, and the lead seems to be growing.
Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. And, Bill, we were talking about how so many NBA players are playing 2K these days and getting to play online against people you don't know.
Yeah.
Can't see.
I remember my buddy Gus, who I played a ton of video games with in the 80s. The first time we could play online against each other was like a really pivotal moment in both of our lives. Sometime in the mid-2000s. We're just like, this is amazing. You're in Connecticut,
How
I'm
can
in
this
LA,
be?
and we're playing video games. This is great. We've arrived.
Job of challenging the shooter from the side so they don't foul and don't step into that landing space when he comes down from shooting.
Yeah, I don't like the word, the landing space. And all that stuff, like
Well, what would you call
load management. We have all these phrases now. It's like How do these phrases come in my life?
Load management is interesting.
Load management's the worst. Where did that start? Just play basketball?
Like work, yeah. Just rest.
What's the thing they call when the guy travels, but they say it's not? It's like he's gathering the ball. That's another one.
Gathering the
Never
ball.
said gathering the ball in my life until 2 years ago. Enough with the weird phrases.
Yeah. They've got Karl Anthony Towns, Jalen Brunson out there with McCollum. Then it's Collins, and it's Caldwell in at the 3 spot. That's the Pacers 5. Now here's McCollum. Left side, Towns. And it's sent back by Carter. That one good for 2. Collins has got his first bucket of the night. Montreal leading by 21. Here's the Cobra. He's got 12. Sinks the three-pointer.
And obviously his momentum from the last game has carried over here tonight.
Yeah, and the coach pretty smart for zoning in on him and giving him opportunities to stay with that confident play.
Porter with the steal. Now Montreal moving it up. Lobbed up there for Booker.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him. Booker's gotten all 3 of his shots to fall for him. 3 for 3. McCollum outside. The 3. And he's good on the 3-ball. McCollum's got 7 points for the quarter.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Porter passes to Booker. Back to Porter. Good. And a nice assist from Booker. Porter's got his second bucket tonight.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Now here's Brunson. It's rebounded by Montreal. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Bill, do you ever think we're going to eliminate conferences in the NBA playoff seeding?
I think that they would have done a 16 seed no conference playoff format years ago. I think they're really worried about their travel though. And they've looked at it and they've really studied it and they've looked at the effects of, let's say Boston plays Portland in round 1 and you're flying 3,100 miles or 3,200 miles in 3 time zones and all that stuff, and it's a 2-2-1-1-1 series. What is the effect on the team if it goes 7? I think they're really afraid of it. I wish they did it. I don't like the conferences. I don't really understand them. And over the course of NBA history, they've been really confused by the conferences. I wrote about this in the book of basketball, where we had years where San Antonio was playing in the East for a while, and Baltimore was in the West, which, go look at a map. Baltimore being in the West is ridiculous. Baltimore was in the West and Philly was in the East, and they're like 50 miles away from each other.
Yeah,
so they've never really 100% figured out the conferences, and I just think the 1 through 16 makes more sense.
It would sure be better basketball.
It would be better.
Yeah. Dennis Schroeder's checked in for Indiana. Here's Collins. Indiana moving the ball around. Here's Porter. Passes it to the Cobra. He kicks it to Drummond. Dishes it to Booker. Here's the Cobra. There's 3-pointers off the mark.
Is it getting cold in here, Kevin? This is a tough one. Crucial that he starts to work a little harder for a higher percentage shot.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
Collins comes over with the double team. The Cobra passes to Drummond. Stolen by McCollum. Now here's Schroeder. He's got 10. McCollum up top. Outside, Towns. Shot clock at 5. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. He'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
What's up? And from day one, Towns has been one of the NBA's top post players. A versatile, well-rounded game on the low block. It doesn't hurt that he can step outside and knock down the jumper either.
Landry Shamit's checked in for Montreal. The free throw drops for Towns. And Bill, when you yourself get out on the court, is there a play you try to channel or emulate, you try to visualize in your mind?
You mean when I'm playing pickup?
Yes, yes.
Oh, well, now, at this point in my life, it's Davis Bertans. Is that how you say his name?
Yeah. Davis Bertans.
Davis Bertans?
Yeah, yes. What a great stroke. I mean,
I emulate all stretch fours and don't guard anybody.
Yeah.
That's who I am at this point in my life. I run from three-point line to three-point line.
You stay in the perimeter.
Yeah.
Don't tangle up inside.
My free throw attempts are 0 because I don't go to the line.
Just fire away.
And I want you to know I'm there to make an open jump shot. And don't ask me to do anything else, please. I'll set some picks.
Yeah. You are. You're a great screen
I'll set some picks.
You're a great pick and roll guy. Ball's knocked loose, and so it's Montreal now. Booker the pass to the Cobra. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. For Montreal, they have shot just one free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game.
At the line for 2.
The first free throw is good. And so he hits both. And here's Schroeder. 10 points for him. Pass to Collins. There's the dish to McCollum. Schroeder outside. Shot clock at 6. Fires the 3. It's rebounded by Montreal. Drummond's got 6 rebounds now in the game.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts. And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they'd never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
And so it looks like the Pacers will retain possession here. And Bill, over a quarter of today's NBA players, and through the first half, a pretty lopsided affair. Montreal ahead, running away with it. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from Indianapolis.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Greetings to each and every one of you watching at this very moment. I'm Ernie Johnson. Kenny the Jet Smith is here. Shaq is here. One half is behind us. Welcome to the 2K Sports Halftime Show. Well, for Montreal, Kenny, some perspective, please.
Boy, it was rough down there in the paint, and they were just dominant, taking it to the rack. But that's what you have to be willing to do. Take the action to the heart of the competition without any fear. That's why this is already a blowout.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
Well, their sloppy play really surprised me, especially at the turnovers. No matter who they had out there, they never seem to be on the same page. Their only hope is to make every possession count, and that means taking care of the ball.
And that's going to do it for our halftime show, sadly. Third quarter about to start. See you again after the final.
Horn. Oh, buzzer.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. We're seeing a tremendous game here from the Cobra.
And the bulk of his damage so far has come from the perimeter. A lot of threes early on.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. Our second half of basketball, and presented by Gatorade. Let's see who's all fueled up and on the floor to start the third. On the court right now for Montreal, Porter is out there with Wendell Carter. Then there's Devin Booker, and it's the Cobra, and it's Drummond in at the 5 roaming the paint. Carter with the bucket. Carter's got the first basket of the second half. That one for Montreal.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
Here's Schroeder. Count it from 12.
Schroeder continuing to build his confidence, shooting the ball from the perimeter. I'd like to see him square up and sink those J's.
Carter, the pass to the Cobra. Lets it go. Jump shot is good that time. The Cobra's got 19 points.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but its importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
And for a player with his size, Towns has always been very comfortable at the free throw line. And that's a good thing because he finds himself there quite a bit.
For Indiana, they have hit most of their free throws tonight, 5 of 6. And he sinks the second. And with a little over a minute gone, the second half is underway. Here's the Cobra. This one for 3. The Pacers pull it in.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
McCollum against Booker. With the floater, and it's good on the way in. McCollum's got 9.
Making the floater look effortless. McCollum has the body control and touch to drop that kind of shot in consistently.
Here's the Cobra. Knocks down the 3 ball. 22 points for him.
That's the guy they're going to keep going to, as they should. The lead's only going up if they keep feeding him.
Knocked away. Schroeder passes to McCollum. Over Booker. And the Pacers tack on 2 more.
And not wasting any time here, kicking their offense right back into gear. That's 3 of 4 from the field.
Some nice passing by Montreal here. Doubled by McCollum. And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball.
You two.
That's a jump ball.
And here are the Pacers now. Not quite 2.5 minutes played here in the second half. From 13, and it's Schroeder missing. And it's Drummond with the ball. He'll bring it up for Montreal. Now the pass to the Cobra. To the middle. And Andre Drummond, the bucket on the assist by Booker. Booker's got 3 assists in the game. Outside Collins. Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Kicks it to McCollum. Inside. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And that one is good. 16 points for him.
Well, a versatile attack and a change of speed guard. Once Schroeder gets things going, the opposition could be in for a long night.
Pass to the Cobra. Here's Booker. He's guarded by Schroeder. And another 3 for Montreal.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today, ending with a basket coming off a pretty pass?
McCollum outside. Fires the 3. Good on the triple. McCollum's got 7 now in this quarter.
A good look there, and he didn't waste it. His second 3 of the game.
Carter outside. Passes it to Porter. And there's the pass to the Cobra. Again, Montreal scores.
Assist goes to Otto Porter.
And here's Indiana. Now Schroeder, 16 points for him. The 3 from McCollum. The shot's good on the assist by Schroeder. Schroeder's got his 3rd assist on the night. Pass to Porter. Pass to the Cobra. Offensive rebound. Drummond. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. That one is on Towns.
Selected 9th overall in the 2012 draft, Drummond's carved out a nice NBA career for himself.
He misses the free throw. And Indiana making a change here. Brunson's checked in. And the second free throw, good. And so here is Indiana. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. Nice game. Great performance by the Cobra.
Not sure what the defense is thinking or if they are. They continue to let him shoot. That is bad defense.
Here's Towns. He's looking for McCollum and finds him. Brunson scanning the floor. And the foul called on the Cobra. That's his 3rd foul of the game. Collins against Carter. Collins kicks to McCollum. Clock at 6. The tray. No good there. And it's Montreal the other way.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control. And he's the main reason they have the lead right now. He's been perfect from the field, literally.
Passes it to Brunson. Outside, Towns. And the Pacers can't get it to go. And here's Montreal. The fader. No good from Booker. Down low. And the basket by McCollum. McCollum's got 12 points here in the second half.
It feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Near the three-point line, it's Booker. Shot is good off the back rim and in.
Every time he gets going like this, Kevin, somebody's going to talk about that 70-point game he had in Boston. It's not going to be me.
Now here's McCollum. He's got 19. From 12 feet out, Carter pulls it in. Carter's got rebound number 12 here already in the game. There's the lob to the hoop.
Really heads up there. A play where you locate the best open pass and then you get it there for an easy bucket.
Brunson with it. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
And there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
That way. Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Got to hold firm or you're going to get a call.
The Pacers making a change here. Birtle's checked in. Walker's checked in for Montreal. Booker finds Walker. Shoots over Pirtle. Off the left rim and out. And turnovers have been the issue for him.
You can see the coaches have gotten into him a little bit about this. They've got to do a better job of taking care of the ball. Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And so it's Montreal now. The Pacers making the shot. Here's the Cobra. And he connects with the jumper. The Cobra's got 28 points for the game.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now here's Brunson. McCollum with the ball. Now guarded by Booker. Here's Towns. Lays it up off the glass. Towns has got 6.
And a better box out saves them 2 points there.
It didn't seem like anybody was really aware there to go and collect that rebound in the possession.
Booker against McCollum. There's the 3. And another 3 for Montreal.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Out left to the wing. Towns down low. Carter on him. And Towns gets it to go. 8 points for him.
He just takes advantage of the D in a way that very few players, Kevin, playing today can do.
Booker the pass to the Cobra. Out to Carter. Off target from the baseline.
Shot didn't fall, but that play worked well to get a good look at the basket.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Now here's Booker. 15 points in the game. From deep three-point range, an absolute bomb from three-point range.
Yeah, there's 6 points on consecutive 3 balls. They're finding holes now in the D.
Walker against Pirtle. He dishes it to McCollum. Here's Brunson. Tried to answer back, but that three is off the mark. And it's blocked, but they recover it. Shot's good by Walker. And so it's Brunson with it. He brings it up for Indiana. He swipes the ball away again. And that's his 6th steal of the night.
Imposing his will at the defensive end.
Here's Caldwell. The pass to Brunson. And here is Pirtle. It's McCollum on the wing, defended by Booker. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Think about great perimeter shooters, and CJ, not only just statistically, but stylistically, Kevin, his name comes up. He can...
Drummond passes to the Cobra. Some nice passing by Montreal here. For 3, Caldwell Pope. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
Okay, and he has not made one shot in this one. Has to be on his mind every time he's pulling up.
Collins is out there with Jalen Brunson. Then there's Towns. Then it's Cody Zeller. And it's Pirtle in at the power forward. That's the Pacers 5. Now, here's Shamet. He's guarded by Collins. Out of bounds. Indiana takes possession.
Look, Kevin, I'm all for the crowd interacting with the players, but not so much the players interacting with the crowd. That one, errant pass.
Pirtle, the pass to Okpala. Here's Connaughton. They get a hand on it. 6 on the shot clock. Pulls up. High post. The Pacers getting another chance here. Labissiere, no good.
Well, that's how to protect the rim without fouling. Force him into an awkward release and a bit of an adjustment on the layup.
Man, he sure can get off the floor.
He one of the best in the business, absolutely. And here are the Pacers now. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's the Cobra. That's in, coming off the assist from Young. The Cobra's got 39.
And until he cools off, I'd keep the ball in his hands.
Here's Mikhailuk. Pass to Okpala. And they're running. Oh, Porter in position. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Good job getting the ball and completing that play.
The defense producing easy looks. It just helps you conserve some energy for late in the game.
Here's Mikhailuk. Pass to Labissiere. Here's Okpala. Pass to Connaughton. 6 to shoot. To halt the run, Porter pulls it in. And the pass to the Cobra. Fires from deep. And another 3 for Montreal.
And the D has gotten a little bit laxed here defending the triple.
And taking care of the ball has been a problem for him.
That's something that they've got to fix. While the defense has been good, a lot of these turnovers have been unforced.
An emphatic alley-oop jam.
This whole second half, he's been unbelievable scoring the basketball. The defense has had literally no effect.
Here's Mikhailuk. And that's out of bounds. Indiana will retain possession. Here's Connaughton. Pass to Labissiere. 6 on the shot clock. Over Porter. Offensive rebound. Here's Pirtle. Fades back. And it's good. 2 points.
And with that basket right there, it brings an end to that 12-0 run by Montreal.
Shamet the pass to the Cobra. From deep. Sinks it. What range from outside. Wow. The Cobra's got 13 points in just this quarter. Here's Mikhailuk. Pass to Labissiere. Count it from 12. Labissiere's got his first bucket in this one.
Labissiere dialing one in from the mid-range.
Here's the Cobra. He kicks to Porter. Passes to the Cobra. Now, here's Shamet. Tight defense on him. And it's Connaughton with the rebound.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
I don't know if you push the panic button now, but that's the 4th personal, and he needs to stay aggressive out there. So it's going to be interesting to see how he plays moving forward.
At the line for 2.
Good on the second free throw. Here's the Cobra. The pass to Burns. Here's the Cobra from deep three-point range. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 5 rebounds tonight. Lost contact on the shot, and now a three-point play change. And here we go, coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul, seeing if that was the right call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Pass to Floyd. Here's the Cobra. And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable.
Here's Connaughton. Pass to Labissiere. Some nice passing here by Indiana. Beautiful dish, and the layup goes down.
Still developing inside, but you see the potential from Labissiere. At his height, he's a threat to score.
Passes it to Floyd. The pass to the Cobra. Unloads. And again.
And he's up to 52 points.
Yeah, making a GA look all too easy right now. Here's Mikhailov. To the inside, Pirtle, and the dunk by Pirtle.
And if you're going to foul Pirtle, you have to make sure you really...
Here's the Cobra.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Montreal.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And now, for the year, this is going to take him to 7 wins.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for the Cobra.
And with all these assists, it's obvious how well that he can see the entirety of the floor out there. If an easy bucket is to be had, he'll find it.
And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Clearly a foul.
That's his third personal foul. Shooting for Indiana, Carl Anthony Towns.
That free throw, no good. And Montreal will go for it. So we see Montreal get the win here. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't care what the matchup is. You never expect a road team to come in and just cruise to the kind of win they did tonight.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Brent Barry, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.